Well, September 9, specifically, the big headline we saw in one of the national dailies, 2015 elections, PDP to nail errant members. If truly PDP has the wherewithal to do all of that, why can't they as well use that same muscle to bring them into check or in order to tell them not to go about, should I say, talking about 2015 when the job that needs to be done hasn't even started?
Sulaiman, I'm going to go a little bit deeper this morning. I'm going to go a little bit deeper this morning to let you understand the anatomy of the political anomaly, that exists in Nigeria. The Nigerian elite class has not been able to integrate properly, unlike what you find in some other climes. For instance, in Ghana, you will observe that, unfortunately, the president of Ghana died at a meals, and immediately, the vice president was sworn in. You remember in Nigeria, when we had a similar incident, it was a major fiasco, and it required, some extraordinary measure to do what is real. Now, in Ghana, the vice president was immediately sworn in as president, and not only that, his political party immediately endorsed him, as their next candidate. It was as if they were, you cannot say that they were preparing for the death of the former president, but immediately, and that is what is normal. You see, the Nigerian political elite, because we are so divided and so deeply divided. Yes,
Dr. Okupe, sorry, some people might not agree with that particular comparison in the sense that late President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua wasn't dead, as at the time people were clamoring that the vice president be sworn in as acting president.
Yeah. No, what I'm sorry about that. What I meant was that, when it was obvious that he was indisposed to carry on as president, the next automatic thing was, these are issues that have gone by. I'm just trying to build up an issue that in this country, you see, the division between the elites is so deep that national interest is not always an issue, it does not always come first. And that is why once an election is over, instead of everybody to forget that the election is over, to agree that the election is over and come together to build a society. Before now, the Democrats and the Republicans in America were working in tandem up to about 9 months or 6 months ago, when the election fever came up and everybody went their separate ways. And immediately in November, once the elections are over, the Americans come together again. But in Nigeria, the election has been over since last year. People are still nurturing the hurt and the fact that they lost.
Oh,
that is the problem
maybe,
we have.
The similes will not exactly come in right now. Some people say that the president's silence has been telling. For instance, the 2015 endorsement he got in Anambra State was met with some silence, which a host of people interpret to mean assent. The president has not exactly been forthcoming on whether or not he will run again in 2015, and some people feel that exactly what could be heating up the polity even before 2015 comes.
Marque, you said the president was silent, silent after the endorsement. What exactly would he have done? Should he have said, "Oh, thank you, my people, I accept your endorsement and I'm going to run"? I've just told you that the endorsement came out of spontaneous effusion of the minds of the people. This is what they wanted. The president graciously takes it, but moves on with his own program. Silence is the fact that he was silent does not mean anything. It does not mean that yes, I have accepted the endorsement, or yes or no, I'm not accepting the endorsement. And definitely, you do not expect him to discourage those who support him. But I am telling you, and I, Doyin Okupe, should know, that this particular president, topmost on his mind and on his agenda you will not find the issue of 2015. He is driven by genuine patriotism. He talks to us, this president holds a meeting every week with two departments or ministries, and he's checking on how are you doing, how far are we going with the new rebels. He's more interested, and that is why recently, the president came up with a system of actually marking and checking the effectiveness of performance of his ministers. This is a man that has his hands and mind on the job.
Well, let me come in here, Dr. Okupe.
May say what they want. Yes.
Just allow me come in here, Dr. Okupe, because we're trying to see how much of time we can cover. You see, now you're the one speaking, clarifying issues, and people will say, yes, now it's a little bit clearer. But don't you think that the president should have said it himself? Because, just over the weekend, a chieftaincy title was given to a governor of a state, and he blatantly, all in the face of everyone, refused that. Or let's not use the word blatantly, he just calmly refused and turned down that chieftaincy title. What is wrong? And the president saying, no, you guys should hold it and let us just get ourselves dirtied and do what should be done.
Sulaiman, I'm shocked. I'm shocked you're saying that. How many times has this president said this is a distraction? How many times has he said so in the past? How many times has he said that we should not at this time at this time be talking about 2015? How many times has he said that? He has said that so many times in the past. Check it. He has said it so many times, so often, and there's no need for him to lose his voice, over that. He has said it. But if people continue to wish him well, what do you want him to do?
All right, then sometimes people wonder, what exactly will politicians be telling the citizens when they even come forward for more campaigns? Tell us now, if you will, what percentage of unemployment has this government at the national level been able to reduce, and from what?
Thank you very much. These are the kind of discussions that we really ought to be holding. But I will quickly go over a few things. The agricultural program of the government, especially in the northern parts of Nigeria, the distribution of seeds, the revitalization of the cotton and the sorghum farms, has actually put back quite a lot of people on the job. But even recently, Chief Jamodu, the chairman of Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, in a report he gave at their meeting in Abuja, said that over 240 new manufacturing industries have been established in the country in the last 12 months, employing about 200,000 people and deploying over 400 billion naira. This is apart from government effort, and all these are coming up because of the outcome and the results of the of the transitional agenda of Mr. President. Economic things take time to cook and take time to mature.
Like how long?
We are already beginning to see the dividends of this the studied effort of this administration in terms of economics. For instance, I want you to know that in terms of transportation, do you know that today all the way from Lagos to Kano, except for a very short distance in Jeba, has been totally repaired.
Yeah,
but even the opposition in Nigeria, the governor and the government of Osun State, acclaimed the federal government's successes in the rail development.
Be that as it
may, in Abuja, there's a silent revolution taking place in Abuja. The surface and the rail,
I hear you,
development is going on, and people don't even know it. There's also a construction of a rail line from Lagos from Abuja to Kaduna that has gone almost 30-40%.